Good morning. Welcome to our regular Friday morning coffee break. We're going to be wrapping up our 4-part series on optimizing LinkedIn for marketing your brand. And today we're discussing some of the paid marketing options on LinkedIn. These are optional, of course. One of them we're going to discuss is free. And you don't have to do these, but LinkedIn can be a great place if you are a business-to-business company to consider some paid advertising and other paid options for your brand because of the unique type of targeting that you can do on LinkedIn. So far, we've discussed the basics of setting up your personal LinkedIn profile, optimizing your about summary section of your profile, and posting on LinkedIn, searching for potential connections that you can build a relationship with, and a little bit about groups. One of the newer items on LinkedIn, and it's actually from about 2016, 2017, but it's still a pretty well-kept secret, is LinkedIn ProFinder. If you are a B2B service company, you may want to consider this option. It doesn't really work for those that have products, but if you're providing a specific set of services to other businesses, it can be a great option. Basically, it's a little bit like Upwork or Freelancer. So businesses needing one of those types of services can search for professionals who provide the service. Not a lot of businesses are using the platform yet. It doesn't have as, high of an adoption rate as Upwork or Freelancer, but neither of those are actually my favorites, mainly because there are so many companies that are looking for overseas assistance, and there's nothing wrong with that, but their projects that they need help with, they're looking at paying $2 to $3 an hour. And obviously anyone in the United States can't really afford to take on those projects. It seems, so far what I've seen in ProFinder, that the businesses are looking for a little bit more of the local experts. And so therefore it theoretically would come with the expert level compensation. Although, like I said, there's not a ton of companies on the platform yet, so I can't really gauge it as fully as I can Upwork and Freelancer and some of those gig sites, which have a really overall low pay base, and you have to really search for those projects that fit your company needs if you're a service. But ProFinder can be a great option, and it has some services such as business coaching, marketing, tech, things that are really geared towards entrepreneurs, startups. Real estate marketing is one of the options. So there's a few different categories that you can fall under and become part of the platform. If you're interested in this, you find it on your LinkedIn profile up on the top on the work tab. When you click that drop down, there's a set of different icons, and ProFinder is one of those icons. And you can go through the process to sign up as a pro. There is an approval process. It can take a few days. You want to make sure that you've optimized your profile already before you do this. Once accepted, it pulls that information from your profile, your cover photo, your profile image, and your about section, along with brief overview of the positions that you've included on your LinkedIn profile and some of your testimonials. All of that is pulled in automatically, so you'll want to have all of those areas up to date before you apply to the program. I'm hoping for some good possibilities with this. I've only been on ProFinder a short time myself, but it looks promising, and I'm really surprised that more businesses aren't taking advantage of it. So remains to be seen, but it never hurts to sign up and have yourself listed as an expert in another area of LinkedIn. You get a certain number of proposals you can submit, at no cost, but much like the other kind of gig-based platforms, you can purchase more credits to submit more proposals. I haven't used all of mine yet. I don't spend a lot of time on those gig sites. I just look every now and then for one of the things that's in my wheelhouse, such as maybe branding or strategy. So it'll be interesting to see as it grows. One of the other favorites that a lot of small businesses use, whether you have service or product in this case, is LinkedIn InMail. It's a paid feature worth considering, and you don't have to directly pay for it, but you have to purchase one of LinkedIn's monthly subscription plans. And based upon which plan you have, that determines how many credits you get of messages that you can send through InMail in a month. So you want to consider your needs and what strategy you would have there. LinkedIn's own statistics show that messages sent through InMail have a response rate 3 times traditional email. So it can be a very good way to target some prospects and start getting a connection with them and developing a relationship. Right now on LinkedIn's business account, you get 15 messages per month, while a recruiter on the hiring subscription plan would get 30. So you can kind of look at their different plans and see which one works best for your needs. LinkedIn Sales Navigator platform. If you have direct salespeople other than yourself, obviously, this could be a great place to consider investing some of your monthly subscription amounts. And even though it's a little bit more expensive than just the regular LinkedIn subscription, it's still very affordable, especially when you consider that just one sale more than pays for the monthly cost. But it's really interesting. It's actually a standalone platform from LinkedIn, but it connects you with people beyond the sphere of what your personal LinkedIn profile can connect you with. And it has some nice features, including live notifications of updates to kind of prospects that you're following, such as job changes or other relevant insights. And it makes finding, contacting, and staying up to date with those prospects, referrals that you've gotten, or even current customers really easy. It also allows you to directly message, kind of like InMail, any users who have an open profile. While on your regular profile, you can only message people that you're connected with, or if you have some of those InMail credits, you can message up to however many people a month. But the Sales Navigator notes some of the people that have an open profile that are open to receiving messages, and none of those contacts count against your InMail credit. So it really opens up the possibility of you direct messaging people and using that messenger piece to, develop those relationships. There's also on the team and enterprise accounts come with your personal profile, having a larger profile image and a larger cover or background image, and your profile is displayed a little bit more prominently in search results when people are searching for different, keywords or whatever they're doing. This can really help your profile stand out in those searches, which is highly valuable. The really cool thing is it also directly integrates with several of the top CRM platforms: HubSpot, Salesforce, Zoho, Microsoft Dynamics. And so that ability to really automate your prospecting and sales process is really easy to connect the two to some of those major platforms, which is a huge selling point. It's got a lot of great features, and I'm not going to try to tell all of them to you because HubSpot actually did a good article on an overview of some of the features of Sales Navigator. So I will drop that link down in the comments, and you can check out their article. Since This Sales Navigator platform connects directly with HubSpot CRM. They have a pretty good understanding of the capabilities, so that article would be worth checking out if you're interested in Sales Navigator. From what I saw, I was going to double check the pricing this morning, but the business site for LinkedIn is actually down this morning. Go figure. Of course, when I have this, live presentation, it goes down. But from what I've read, it's around $70, $75 a month, a little bit less if you pay annually in one chunk. So again, well worth it. One sale more than covers that. So if you have very active salespeople, it can be a great option. One of the free options that you can do is set up a LinkedIn company page, much like setting up a business page on any of the other platforms. You can do that on LinkedIn as well. Again, if you go to that work tab on your profile on the top right, when you click that, create a company page will be down at the bottom of that list. Like most profiles, you want to carefully consider your cover image, your profile image, fill out the basic, they allow you to fill out like a tagline and your contact information, all of those things. You want to make sure that they're accurate and that they're consistent with and cohesive across the other social media and other online platforms that you have, so that there's no confusion. If there's a phone number in one place, you want the same phone number everywhere. With all business social media pages and profiles, you'll want to make some regular updates. You don't necessarily have to do this daily. You can check out our best times to post ebook to get some insights on different posting frequencies that are recommended on the different platforms. But this can be a great place to share things like some behind the scenes peeks at your business and kind of get a feel for the culture of the company. Also a great place to use some of the strategies from last week's topic, which would include things like sharing case studies and white papers. It can be a really great place to do that. And the nice thing is, like most business pages on the different platforms, you can invite your team to help you manage it, which also just helps spread the reach as well. And of course, LinkedIn also has pay-per-click advertising. A lot of small businesses don't consider LinkedIn pay-per-click. It's kind of not even on the radar sometimes. I mean, you hear about Google, obviously, and Facebook, a little bit about Twitter or Instagram, but LinkedIn can be a perfect one if you have a B2B business, because you can highly target your ads based upon the prospect's job. You can do things like their job title, the industry, geographic location, obviously, their level of, are they a senior, are they vice president level, and even their company. If they're a larger company, you can target companies specifically. So you can get really highly focused in on your dream client using some of these strategies. There's different types of ads you can do on LinkedIn as well. A text ad, image ad, video ad, obviously all of these. You can deliver personalized messages to users' inbox. This is called sponsored InMail, and it's not using your credits from the regular InMail, but it's paid advertising, getting right there in their inbox on LinkedIn. And you can take advantage of lead generation ads. One of the really interesting things is LinkedIn offers some dynamic ads, which are personalized based upon information in the user's profile. So for example, if you were targeting some very large companies, such as Microsoft and Apple, you could personalize the ad for the different people based upon their company. And you can get really much more detailed than that. That's just a real quick overview. It gives you some great, again, highly focused, and the more focused your advertising can be, the better lead you're going to get. LinkedIn bills their platform kind of as a targeted self-service ads, and much like Facebook, it's available through their business platform, which is business.linkedin.com. Like I mentioned, it was down this morning, so hopefully they will have it back up pretty quickly. I'm sure they will. And some really great options for you to use some of your advertising and marketing dollars, but in a very strategic and focused way. And I highly recommend you consider it if you have a B2B product or service, because you're going to have much more tight targeting options than you will on any of the other platforms. If you have any questions about using LinkedIn for marketing your business, please share them in the comments or contact us directly. And be sure to check out the link to the HubSpot overview that I mentioned and the best times to post on social media. I will add both of those to the comments so that you can find them as well. And this wraps up our 4-part series on using LinkedIn for marketing your business. And I look forward to seeing you next week as we delve into new topics.